Hey, what's up, fire signs? Happy motherfucking December. This is going to be your December 14th through the 20th, 2020 reading. We're getting fucking really close to the end of the fucking year. Crazy. Although, honestly, it's like, what does that even mean? Doesn't matter. It's just a human construct, this time thing, these months, the years, just more time passing. All right. Just a few housekeeping announcements. First of all, remember these are general readings. So if it doesn't resonate for you, you can always book a private reading, which lets me delve directly with your energy. Okay, you can book those at grateful_Drake. Just hit me in my DMs. I will get back to you. I'm really quick at responding. Okay. I also do additional readings there every Tuesday and Friday. So when you can catch a free reading, why not? Please remember to like this video and of course subscribe. Sharing is great. Comments are awesome, so I know that you guys give a fuck. So thank you. And remember one other thing. It's up to you to decide when I say he or she or you or they, to determine who that really is and what role each person plays. Okay, so I'm seeing like a basic form, and it's for you to put the gender association or placement of that relationship. Okay, fire signs: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, December 14th through the 20th. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Thank you. Sagittarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, so fire signs, this week what I'm seeing is kind of a story about your femininity, your womanhood, your possible motherhood. This could be talking about you as a wife, you as a mother, your wife, your mother. Okay, there's a strong emphasis I see here on the divine feminine. Okay, the Empress shows up here. She's called the wife and the mother, but she also represents this just incredible power of what it feels like to reside in your body at full capacity, to really know who you are and love who you are, stand in your beauty and your sensuality in all the forms that it comes in. Okay, so for some of you guys, you're very much in your power, and for others of you, you're kind of struggling with this. What does it mean to be a woman or a wife, a mother? What is this female thing about? Okay, so for some of us, we're really in touch with it, and others of us, we're either struggling or we are coming to terms with who we are really, truly in our body. You're in a phase in your life that's really beautiful. I love this card. Three of Pentacles talks about things that are being worked out that we don't have full knowledge about. We are working on a masterpiece. We're working on building something. We're working on something. It's Pentacles. So Pentacles are the suit of finances, career, income, but they're also about the earth and the things that we can accumulate in the earth and our health, right? The things that deteriorate after we die. Money doesn't go with us, right? So that's something of the earth. Body doesn't go with us, so that's something of the earth. Health will leave, right? It won't exist because we're now in spirit form. Homes, cars, wealth, okay? So there's something that you are working on, stepping into your own power regarding these topics, okay? For some of us, love is coming in and you're beginning to feel a sense of like something prosperous coming your way. But be careful, babe, because what I do see here is like something's being worked on that would really fulfill you, but you kind of have this tendency to have your guard up and to be skeptical of the blessings that do come your way, whether it be a mate or whether it be, you know, financial abundance or a good career or whatever, like happy experiences just in general. I see some paranoia and, you know, kind of like this, it's almost like you're contemplating on like your past and thinking about like, okay, how should I move forward? There is this kind of, I mean, everything's a cycle, right? So things are always on their way in or on their way out, on their way in, on their way out, all the time, on different levels. So we end with 3 of Wands, which it talks about like job well done. Like I've just completed this thing and here I am, I feel victorious. So we do kind of end this row on this sense of accomplishment. So they're just wanting you to pay attention to the tendencies that you have regarding having your boundaries up. For some of us, we are feeling defensive and are really got our walls way up and are feeling very paranoid, okay? And some of us don't really want to have to maybe even be pushing this kind of love or this abundance, this fulfillment away for some reason. Oh, okay, so you know what? I love when y'all fly, but when you fly too far, I gotta lean over, reach on the floor in the middle of a reading. Come on now. Okay, so here we have here sudden wealth, the child, and the journey. So it just feels like either some of you are getting pregnant, okay, because we do have the Empress here, which is the wife and the mother. So some of you are becoming pregnant, hoping to become pregnant. It does look like it's coming in, but you might be feeling some kind of fear about it. And with others, this is just anything that would make you feel giddy and youthful and fulfilled. You got sudden wealth. So when we let our guards down, we can then begin to see and enjoy the fruits of our labor and really begin to feel happy again. The last card out of my clarification cards is the journey. So, I mean, we're always on a journey. So you really are on this journey, on this path about starting to feel better, starting to feel good. And this wealth, whether it's financial or whether it's, you know, health or, you know, a new baby or a new project, taking a trip, traveling, you're in this phase that feels kind of very exciting. Okay, fire signs. Let's do, okay. Let's see, like that. Some of you are feeling some concern, possibly about the amount of work that's in front of you, how much work you've been doing lately. We got concern with toil and labor and pathway. You guys got journey and you got pathway. So it's like maybe even for some of you, you're beginning to see how and what you need to do, your next steps, especially in regards to how you make your money. Because there's some sort of like area of your life that feels like a grind and not in a good way. I say that sometimes when I'm talking about myself. Grind can be, you can take it different ways, but this kind of grind that I'm talking about feels very monotonous. It feels very almost hard to even wake up in the morning to go and do this. And there seems to be some worry. So there's an opening that's happening for you guys that will help you understand which direction to go moving forward. I'm going to use this deck. I haven't used, I don't think, ever on this platform ever, or on Insta. Does that make me more cool if I call it Insta, or like really not cool when I say it like that? Like really not cool. Don't do that. My daughter will do that. No. Don't do that, Mom. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. A girl said that to me last night. I think she was pretty young. She called it Insta, and I was like, oh, is that what we call it now? Okay, let me stop. Okay, wow. You guys got potential, leadership, and wonders. So we're really moving in a direction that feels quite glorious, okay? You're in a leadership position. You are kind of taking charge. You have a sense of power about yourself. The direction is a little bit unknown, but feels kind of wondrous, okay? The picture on this leadership card is a polar bear. Polar bears are known for they're just so protective and strong. I think they have an emphasis on financial wealth as well. And we're just looking at moving into things, much like this Three of Pentacles, with like a kind of mystery that if we move forward confidently and with excitement and wonder, it's really going to turn into something even more grand than we had ever anticipated. So almost I'm getting the sense of like someone here has been going through a really hard time and you're beginning to see some fulfillment of your hard work and you're beginning to relax a little bit, and some really beautiful stuff is at the surface for you. Let's check the bottom of the deck. Healing chaos. Wow. Yeah, that's exactly what I was feeling. It feels like you're coming out of a time that's been kind of a whirlwind, right? And so you're on this journey. Abundance is coming in. Your playfulness is coming back. You're possibly coming from a time, even in work, that just has been too much. And we're beginning to see an opening, okay? That's cool when that happens. You know, I only planned... Oh, here we go, here we go. This is what we'll do. All right, so here we have a kind of a continuation or elaborating on this story, all right? It feels like you've gone through a period of time where you kind of mustered up the strength yourself and wouldn't ask for help or wouldn't really receive the help. The blessings were coming in, but it was like you couldn't really see them. And you wouldn't have been able to see them because of just where you were at. However, there's this seed that was planted. It could have been somebody who came into your life and kind of helped you move along and kind of see things more clearly or something like that. We have two pages back to back, Page of Pentacles and Page of Swords. Okay, so these two pages are either young people or new ideas or new situations, okay? Page of Pentacles represents income, wealth, and kind of the beginning process of planting an idea or a seed that will bear fruit, okay? The Page of Swords is the beginning process or someone young who brings clear mind, clarity, logic to the situation. They come in there and they're like, you're overthinking. It's only ABC. You don't need to think about G, F, and H. You know what I'm saying? They're just these very logical people, very logical, clear parts of the situation that help you like gain perspective, okay? It's followed by the Wheel of Fortune, okay? The Wheel of Fortune is my fave. Well, I guess it's not my fave because then I was like thinking about all these other good ones. But the Wheel of Fortune, it's fucking luck. It's opportunity. The doors have opened, okay? And followed by Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, of course, is our most long-lasting, enduring knight of the deck, okay? He's the one that will stand the test of time. So it's like this Page of Pentacles planted this seed that helped you have this clarity, and it's beginning to bear fruit. This really steadfast knight. Pretty cool. Yeah, you guys just really, there's somebody here who really just came from a place of like, almost like I can't do this anymore. Like, this is just too much for one person to handle. Okay, we get Three of Swords. with Nine of Swords in the past position. So we're looking at situations that really tested our endurance and our ability to come back, okay? So I have a feeling for these people who, these heavier cards, and if it's meaning past situations, that this is really going to be a time for you to, yeah, it doesn't even show in the cards, but I'm just feeling like if this is really the energy you're coming out of, it's really going to be time for you to rest and take it kind of easy and just enjoy this kind of rest period, especially since so many of, so I don't know, you know, I'm kind of in my little bubble, but I know California, we're back and like things are really strict with COVID and stuff. It might be a time to really just sit and enjoy your time with your family and don't fucking feel guilty about it. Just heal, recuperate, let this time, let it be. Enjoy it. Soak up the joy that's coming in. Because look, dun, 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 center card, the Sun card, okay? So this is really you taking the time for yourself to enjoy this. Because this is at the core of the situation. This is part of the center column. And why? Why is this all happening? Well, I think it's because in part due to the Hangman. I think that over the weeks and the months that you've become aware that the only way to get through these tough times is to, one, remember that you don't have control of the situation, so you got to get comfortable in the discomfort. And so I feel like some of you have been doing a really good job at that, okay? The Hangman represents surrendering to the moment and realizing, shit, I can't do nothing about this at this moment, throwing my hands up. Let's just get in this discomfort and ride it out, okay? Because with that came enlightenment and clarity, okay? Which has enabled you to begin this kind of new, passionate, creative period of your life. You guys got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 court cards. Court cards are our people cards. And all of your court cards are males. So, and then here's this Empress at the top. She's not considered a court card, but she's clearly a person, the wife and the mother. Okay, so the Empress energy, I feel like, is you or the center of what you're going through, whether you're male or female, this kind of divine, powerful feminine energy. And around you is this sprinkling of masculine newness, freshness coming in. Yeah, you got Knight of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, Page of Wands, all suits of the Tarot. So that's pretty interesting. Oop. Let's turn things like this. Okay. Did we check the bottom? Oh, another knight. Yes, Knight of Wands. Okay, so this is also a fire sign. So this could be somebody who's come into your life, who's been very helpful, who's brought a lot of laughter, lightheartedness to your life. If it's not a person, remember this is just the energy of what's happening, and these are situations or experiences that feel fun and light and just playful and creative and passionate and like just this yummy fucking energy. So that's exciting. So I didn't plan past this typical spread because I was like, let's just get into the tarot. So let's see what I want to do. I'm going to use this. I'm going to switch here. Let's move here. Okay, fire signs. What's going on here? This deck, so this is also a tarot deck, but it's a different deck, right? So it's going to have slightly different energy to it, the way it moves. So I'm expecting kind of like a little heavier, or some of not as something. Fire signs. Okay. please, fire signs. I'm like waiting for one to flip over. It's not happening here. Let's take this top card. Okay, okay. Here we go. All right, fire signs. So yes, what I thought. A little different here. Okay, so kind of what I see, and I think this is more like past energy or what you've been working through, is there's kind of this story here about a couple that was having trouble with their communication. So we have a couple here. We have the Page of Swords and the Queen of Swords. So we're looking at a kind of immature couple in terms of their communication skills. The female possibly being a little older, maybe slightly more mature than the male. I mean, that's kind of typical anyway, like just in general, we evolve a little faster. But kind of all rooting out of one, possibly financial insecurity, but also either he or she feeling kind of a sense of lack of self-worth. So when we don't feel good about ourselves, it can skew our judgment and it can make us communicate differently. If I don't fucking feel good, I'm going to be more snappy, right? I had to catch myself this morning with my daughter. I was like, and then I was like, why am I being like that? And I was like, oh, I don't feel good. I was like, that's not her fault. She don't know. So kind of that feeling, right? But as we progress through the spread, we have Ace of Cups and King of Wands, okay? Lots of court cards. You guys got Page of Swords, Queen of Swords, King of Wands. So we're just seeing a lot of, like, when I see a lot of court cards, people cards, it shows me that there's a lot of interaction happening, a lot of opportunities for you to test yourself, to be tested as well. A lot of opportunities to work on things, interpersonal skills. You know what I'm saying? So Ace of Cups is just this beautiful, like, overflowing of abundance. And like when it's combined with the King of Wands, we just passion. You know what I'm saying? He's also fire sign. So yes, please, may I have another? Okay. So we're also looking at, you know, a balance of creativity and, again, passion. Okay. Fire signs, please. Oh, that one's staying on the ground. We'll take it. Flow. Yes, well, definitely. I mean, even the Ace of Cups, the way the cup is overflowing, some of you have been surrendering more to, like I said, like with that Hangman, when you're following the guidance of the Hangman, you realize, like, even though things are uncomfortable, you're just going to go with the flow. You know, you're going to surrender to the moment. So there's this sense of flow that is showing up here. Okay, I'm just going to start taking from the top. Patience, right? It's also part of the Hangman stuff, and simplicity. Like, it ain't got to be so complicated. And maybe that's something that some of you have come to terms with. It doesn't have to be so complicated. We're working on building a foundation with ourselves, within ourselves, and with our mates, within our partnerships, that feels safe, okay? Especially when there's an emphasis on lack of communication. Sometimes that can make people feel unsafe. So it feels like you're beginning to come into a place of recognition of, like, okay, what's really good for me. Communicating like this is not, you know, or whatever. You know, there's just a security thing that's coming up that's really nice. Fire signs. Fire signs. Vanity. Okay, so we're just talking about noticing, seeing different aspects of things going on in our relationships. Impartiality. Wow. And quest. So some of us have been going through this kind of transition about ego, okay, my sense of self, and learning how to detach with the things of the earth and how it looks to other people. Just kind of becoming much more aware of what I wear, what I look like, who's judging it, going through this process of detaching, okay, from that. Remember, ego can go the other way. Just because I have a big ego doesn't mean I'm somebody that's like really flashy and I think I'm fucking amazing. Ego goes the other way too. So sometimes you can be in your ego when you're like, think low of yourself, because your ego is about your sense of self. Let's actually look that word up exactly. Ego is your sense of self. And there's healthy ego too, like with children, there's a term for it, but so if you have, if your ego's going the other way, you kind of maybe hide yourself a lot, or you kind of have this approach to appearance and stuff that's kind of more, it's opposite of having a big head or a big ego. I'm not explaining it right. Ego, meaning?
Sense of self-esteem or self-importance.
A person's sense of self-esteem or self-importance. So your ego, you can either think you're very important, and you can also think less of yourself. You can also think you ain't shit, or you've been told that your whole life. So it's just how you view yourself. It's your self-awareness. And so some of us are learning how to step into more of our power. Some of us are learning how to balance it out more and realize that we aren't what we appear to be out here. How are you painting the picture? Does it even matter anymore? Who are you really? When you die, this thing is going to be part of the earth again. Crazy, right? It's going to go back to the earth. So this impartiality. Okay? Let's check the bottom of this deck. Faith, and having a lot of faith in the way things are moving. Like, I have a feeling for some of you about 5 months ago, you were like, what the fuck? What the actual fuck is going on? How is this even going to work out? How are things going to get better? Maybe things were really hectic and chaotic, and now you're at this place where you realize now you can look back down the road like, oh, I surrendered. At some point, I surrendered. You know what I'm saying? So that's really juicy. I think we have time for one more card. Let's do this guy. Guys, your girl went to Target yesterday and got new organizers for my cards. I'm so organized. I have more space. I have more options up here. Fire signs. It feels good. I'm like, wow, look at all those pretty cards. All just sitting upright so I can reach them. They won't fall and tip over. Damn. I had them all stacked up. Now they're in their little containers. Feels good. Okay, fire signs. One last card. There we go. Mystic healer. Healing energy flows through you. I mean, come on now. Mystic healer. So some of you guys are actually healers yourself. You're going to begin to learn that through this journey. These last few months of 2020 have been probably hell for you. And maybe some of you will shift gears in the way that you guide others. All right, y'all. Happy motherfucking December. I love you. Please like this video and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.